The Trading Post. Here I go again. It's a number for the Call Flow radio show. Anyway, this is Chris Wood. I have been chatting with our guest we have this morning, so we're going to ask you to hold off on your calls. We have our sports announcer who's coming in, who also gives us reports on scores and things like that for Hampton-Sydney College and Longwood University. And in the studio, the Francis E. Wood studio, we have Luke Rehnquist. And good morning, Luke.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Wonderful, beautiful day. Great drive here from campus. Just happy to be in the studio with you today.
Yeah, you're at Hampton-Sydney. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
My name's Luke Rehnquist. I'm from Twin Falls, Idaho, over in the west. So today's 100% humidity is something that I will never be used to. I am a psychology major at Hampton-Sydney. I minor in law and music. And I am a part of the sports media. I announce play-by-play for soccer and baseball. I'll do official scorebook for basketball time and again. And I am in the middle of learning this new scoreboard we have for football, a new video board that is very exciting. But I'll admit, on the other side of that board, it's very intimidating to make sure we get everything right. But bringing everything to you coming this fall next week.
High tech is here, right?
You're telling me.
Scoreboard.
You're telling me. Well, as we talk about tech, we talk about renovation. I think it's a great place to start when we talk about sports here at Longwood and at Hampton-Sydney. There's renovation and construction on both sides of that. At Longwood, the baseball team is getting new turf in the infield.
Saw that.
And so we get a little bit of community from that. Just yesterday, Longwood was doing a fall practice at Hampton-Sydney's field. And later this fall, they're going to have their town rivalry, Hampton-Sydney versus Longwood. The date, I don't believe that's quite set yet, but when it is, we'll get it out to all of you. In other construction news, the Kirby Fieldhouse and Fleet Gymnasium, where Hampton City basketball is, getting a new basketball court. They're getting a new wall. They're getting some more recognitions in there.
Don't they have indoor tennis court in there as well, or is that gone?
Why, don't beat me to the punch here.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
they are going to do some renovations to the old racquetball courts in the Tiger Rec. But more importantly, I think for college sports here, Hampton City is getting a squash court and a squash team.
Oh, what about pickleball?
You're telling me they're keeping that outside for now, but maybe in the next renovation, we'll get college pickleball in there.
Oh, so you do have pickleball courts?
Yes, we do.
And do you have a lot of participation in that?
It depends on the age group, really. It's more of a professor's game, it seems, right now. The young guns are still on the tennis courts where they can make the distance.
Way to go. I still consider myself a young gun.
Good. And in other news, talk about new things in sports. You were mentioning ESPN earlier today. We were chatting.
Yeah.
Yes. So ESPN used to have ESPN Plus, and that's where you would get Longwood sports. Well, that's still there. It has a new name of ESPN Select, and it's the same price, $11.99 a month. ESPN is also now unveiling ESPN Unlimited, which is the entire suite of ESPN, both live streams, live television, and all other sports and replays that you can get there. And that is going to be just a little bit more expensive. It's going to be, I believe, $39 a month, $39.99. But you can also get that in that first year with combining Disney Plus and Hulu for that first year. Now, for just the bare bones, if you're just a Longwood fan, you just want to watch their things, only going to be $11.99 a month, which to me personally is a great price. I'd pay that. I still pay that now. But for Hampton-Sydney, now you have to pay to watch Hampton-Sydney as well. And as a college student, I get a little concerned.
Yes.
So, Flow Sports is the provider that Hampton-Sydney is going through. They came to Hampton-Sydney a couple of years ago and offered them over $1 million to go with Flow Sports, and they said no. But the conference, Old Dominion Athletic Conference, has agreed to go with Flow Sports now as a conference-wide decision. Hampton-Sydney, and part of that is getting multiple millions of dollars in that deal, so they do get some benefit from it.
Absolutely.
But somebody has to pay for that now. And that is the fans, that's the parents. And while I understand the financial decision, I also feel like we might be shorting some of the parents a little bit.
Right.
For example, your kid plays one sport. That's a 3-month to 5-month season, and that's going to be $19.99 a month. It is cheaper by $8 to watch a Division I team and any of the other Division I teams that are provided by ESPN Select now than it is to watch a D3 sport here at Hampton-Sydney. You can
Right.
pay for the whole year, though. You can pay, and it'll only work out to about $9 a month. So if you want to do that, and you want to watch the whole Hampton-Sydney Athletics Department, which I'm sure will be very happy for you to do and support the Tigers, it'll be significantly cheaper. But if you're only here to watch your kid, or you're only here to watch just one sport, whether that's football, basketball, baseball, $20 a month, $60 for the whole football season, $60 for the whole baseball season.
Well, really, it's a lot of that's cheaper. Well, here again, you're torn because the parents, when they follow their child with in the sports, that a lot of times, even when they come to Hampton-Sydney, they've got to pay for a hotel room, they have the gas, of course, their time, and then when you have the away games, it's even more.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? They're torn.
It's a question of if you travel, it's cheaper than traveling. But if
Right.
you didn't travel in the past, now it's significantly more expensive because you weren't paying for that hotel cost, the food costs, and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's a 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I hope it works out, and I'm excited to see how it goes. Maybe a little more professional setup on some of the live streams. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to be commentating on some of those things.
Well, I just hate to, like we were mentioning, watching the U.S. Open tennis championship, that the major matches are on this ESPN Select, which is more money. Well, I had to buy a plan last year to get this Unlimited or whatever it was, but anyway, that's not working for me now because I have to go pay more.
You have to pay more. And some people say, well, now you get more things for that. But if you're a one-sport fan, right, it's not worth it to you.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you might love tennis, but you don't want to watch the hockey or the basketball or the baseball or the football it's provided on there. Whereas if you're the general sports fan, that might be what you're looking for.
Yeah, well, even with the other sports as well, I do like to watch football and basketball and stuff like. So I thought that the plan that I bought was going to be perfect for that. I could see all that, but no, not now. It's all,
Well, let's move into a little bit more specifics, right?
Absolutely.
A brief overview of soccer for college and Longwood and Hampton-Sydney has been rolling for a while. Longwood women have 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, and they start conference play later this month. They're very exciting. They did lose one of their star freshmen last year, but I think the team is still being very robust in how they respond to that. For the men for Longwood, they have 1 win, no losses, and 1 draw. They did have to cancel a game earlier this year due to weather, but that's totally understandable. They also start their conference season later. They were not as productive as the women per se last year, but I do think they're set to make a good comeback. They had a pretty strong graduate core in these past few years, and I wonder if they're phasing out of that approach and getting more into developing players than bringing in graduate students.
Well, that's that's good in the long run.
Of course, and as the fifth-year people from the COVID eligibility year phase out, that's what we're going to look to more. In terms of Hampton-Sydney soccer, they are undefeated, 2 wins, no losses, no draws. And both of those wins have been by 4 goals, a 5-1 win in their season opener and a 4-0 win in their next game. They will play again tomorrow at home against Covenant, a ranked opponent, or at least receiving votes. It's going to be the first challenge of the season for them, and the question is, can Tommy DiNuzzo and the rest of his team go up to snuff on that and show that these first 2 wins aren't just a fluke against lesser opponents.
Yeah.
But now we get to something that I think a lot of the listeners have been waiting for. That's the conversation of college football in the area.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone loves to see the Hampton-Sydney Tigers roll out in Lucy Everett Stadium. Well, we'll have to wait one more week for that because they start on the road against Delaware Valley in Pennsylvania. Delaware Valley, for those of you who remember, was the team we started the season with last year. And it was not our greatest game. We lost 41-21, and we were trailing at halftime 20-7. So the question is, can we get back on the saddle and beat them this year? That's a tough ask. They're already receiving votes in national polls, although they haven't broken into the top 25 yet.
Oh, okay.
And Hampton-Sydney, on the other hand, is not receiving votes yet. In the preseason poll for the ODAC, they're put at 5th, so even in the conference, there's a question of can they progress and move up in those rankings. But it's exciting. It's the Tigers' 131st season of football here at Hampton-Sydney. And the question is, who's going to be playing, who's going to be starting? The starting quarterback, Carter Cito's been there for a while. He's coming off of a season-ending injury, and that's going to be a theme you're going to see for the offense, is will they be able to make it past last year's season-ending injuries, and can they stay healthy for the rest of the year? I think Cito can. He was one of the top quarterbacks in all of the ODAC. He led the ODAC in touchdown passes. He led the ODAC in passing efficiency last year, and that's with missing the entire last game of the season against Randolph-Macon. In terms of the running back, Terry Hicks, Scary Terry, one of our favorite guys out there. Last season, he was second overall in the ODAC for rushing yards per game and all-purpose yards per game. So he's a guy that's a weapon both in the backfield and in the receiving routes as he breaks through. For the wide receivers, we did lose some good seniors, and we've lost some seniors over the season, notably Jamadia Whitby playing D1 at Lamar this year. But for the guys still here, a sophomore Manning Lasso, as well as a senior Mason Cunningham. Both phenomenal second all-ODAC teams last year. But notably, Mason Cunningham did miss last season because of injury.
Oh, yeah.
But in the year before that, in the 2023 season, he led the ODAC in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving yards per game. He was a weapon on the field his sophomore year. And so maybe he can get back tried and true to that glory in his senior year. We hope to see that.
Yeah.
Also on the O-line, there's been some injuries and some questions about whether or not they can stay healthy. Again, we talked about season-ending injuries last year. Those are still ringing true, and we have to see if they can stay healthy this year. I hope they can. I think the training staff is ready for it, and we're excited to see
Let's hope so, too. And sports medicine and all that good stuff keeps them healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They get paid a good amount because they do a really good job there at Hampton-City. Defensively, we have guys like Robert Clark as linebackers that are, again, coming back from season-ending injuries. It's a thing you'll hear time and time again. Maybe it's because they're going too hard on the field and they're leaving it all out there, and you love to see that. But at some point, you have to ask about longevity to get through the whole season.
Yeah, how to take care of your body.
Absolutely. In the secondary, we lose guys like Kyle Lafayette, who graduated, but he is still there coaching now. One thing you notice from Vince LeVar is he's taking in a lot of these students that have graduated, maybe they're in for a fifth year.
And they're sticking around.
And they're sticking around. You'll even see them in the classroom sometimes. I actually have a class with Lafayette right now. A phenomenal man there. On top of that, though, the secondary currently is Marquise Grace Franklin, who's, I believe, a captain as well, and James Townsend. James Townsend should be a name that's familiar to most people. In Marty Favrett's last home game 2 years ago against Shenandoah, he's the man that blocked the extra point attempt at the end of the game in overtime. That is a man that has been a staple of Hampton-Sydney defense for all of his time now, but he's a senior. It's his last season, and I hope that he gets to have a true senior send-off along with his counterpart, Marquise Grace Franklin, also a senior. The defensive line, there's a lot of questions. The projected starters and projected big men on the defensive line, none of them started more than 5 games last year. So there's a question of are they experienced enough to go out there and play for the full game, or at least get all of their downs in? I don't know. Right? Big question.
It's a big question.
Out there in the trenches, some big men moving around, injuries happen, as we see everywhere else in the football field, but the depth they have there is very strong.
Well, that's good.
I believe they have some good seniors that are coming off the bench there that can help support that defensively. As well, for the season opener, Delaware Valley, they go to Pennsylvania to play there. Again, they had quite a big loss last year, 41-21, a hard way to start the season. And the question is, regardless of what happens this weekend, can they rebound to do the home opener next week? The home opener is one that I believe everybody should have marked on their calendar because that's when Vince LeVar, in his second season as head coach here, is going to play his old stomping grounds in Washington and Jefferson. That's where he came from as a defensive coordinator. And so he'll have some familiarity with the folks there. And is it going to be a proving match for him? Is it going to be a grudge match for him? Is it going to be all love? We have to see. But on top of that, Washington Jefferson, just like Delaware Valley, is receiving votes in national polls. Still haven't broken the top 25 yet, but by next week they might have.
Well, yeah, it's just the beginning of the season. You never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And maybe they lose big time, and maybe it seems a bit more on par against us. Maybe we win against Delaware Valley and we start getting votes. I hope to see that. I think we all hope to see that, but we'll have to wait and see. I am sure it's going to be one that is going to be on the calendar, circled in bright red ink in Vince LeVar's heart, and it's going to be one that we should all be able to see and support our Tigers in that home opener this year.
All right. That sounds great.
Wonderful.
All right. Let's go to basketball.
So we talk about basketball. We talk about with the new coaches here at Longwood. Wow. So Longwood's new coach, head coach, Ronnie Thomas. He's still coach here for a little bit as we now see Aldridge moving on to UVA.
Right.
And there's something to be said about community here. Again, we talk about community. Longwood baseball practicing at Hampton-Sydney. Hampton-Sydney might have to go to Longwood because the renovations are taking longer than expected. But I think it's going to be all brotherly love because Longwood basketball over the summer got a new hire, Coach Tom Palumbo.
Palumbo.
He came from Guilford, and you won't believe who played for him.
Oh, what?
Coach Caleb Kimbrough played under Palumbo when he was at Guilford. And so now we have these two
connections
there. And I wouldn't be surprised if there may be a game or at least practices that happen at Longwood. And, brotherly love's a great thing here. I think it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
And in terms of whether or not Hampton-Sydney or Longwood can repeat the successes they had last year, Longwood getting to the NCAA tournament, is yet to be found. As much as you can bring in good players, that coaching staff is going to be a core of what success looks like for them. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to speculate on that because I just haven't seen what Coach Thomas can do as a head coach quite yet. I know what Kimbrough can do, and I know he's getting in a good staff. And they also added another assistant coach there as well, in addition to Carson Long and Gibson. Questions are going to be able to succeed and repeat, and I think it is. We lose Adam Brazel, and the year before that we lose Davidson Hubbard, and we lose some of the big names that have been there for Adam Brazel for 5 years for Hampton-Sydney. Our top scorer, he's arguably one of the greatest players to play at Hampton-Sydney, if not in D3 sports for basketball. That's the kind of guy that he was. But now he's gone. And that leaves some very, very big shoes to fill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's going to step up? Is it going to be one of the guys who've stayed tried and true, right?
Right.
Is it going to be like Colin Radcliffe, someone who's been there for a couple of years, somebody who maybe Travis Stickney, who's been starting for the past few years? We don't know. Maybe it could be a transfer who's coming in. A lot of good transfers coming for Hampton-Sydney from not just the Division III round, but also Division II. We've seen some flirting from Division I transfers. And maybe this is the year one of them steps up and fills that hole, especially as they have limited years of eligibility. Right. But the question of what that's going to look like for them, they're going to be ranked highly. They'll probably be in the national polls in the preseason. I think they're going to play through well. Now, is that going to start here in Fleet Gymnasium, the Kirby Fieldhouse? I don't know. Does that change of home location affect how they do in a home game? Do they still keep that home court advantage? I don't know. But it'll be exciting to see what comes out of that. It'll be exciting to see the new facilities and see the new court and hopefully be able to really pack the gymnasium as we get closer to Macon, as we get closer to maybe a Christopher Newport game.
Right.
I'm very excited to see what that looks like this winter.
Good. Well, we've had some pretty good tennis weather recently for both Hampton-Sydney and Longwood University. And so can you give us a little bit of insight as far as the, what's going on in tennis?
Tennis got a new coach. A recent alumni graduated with, I believe, in 2019 or 2020. And he's coming in, and it's been, talking to Dylan McReynolds, one of the team captains, senior for Hampton-Sydney tennis, a night and day difference. Similar to what we saw with baseball and Coach Mulvey. There is now more conditioning, there's more timeliness, there's more accountability. From what I've heard between players, and that's a transition for some guys, right? Some coaches may be more laissez-faire, but I think it's a good thing to see that there's more regimenting, and they're wanting to do 2 days where you do 2 practices in the same day or 2 workouts in the same day, which some of those tennis players maybe didn't have that in the past few years.
Well, conditioning is so important.
Absolutely.
Tennis is one of those sports that you can play forever. I'm an example of that. But you have to have conditioning, especially when you're young and the bones are still, the muscles are still developing and everything. It's more than just getting out on the court.
Absolutely. I think we're going to have a pretty good season this year. Again, Dylan McReynolds, team captain, and him and Casey Coffey, they are 2 guys who have played doubles for the past few years, and they have been some of the best doubles teams at Hampton-Sydney. They're both seniors now. They're both in their prime, and I think they're trying to make a strike at maybe an ODAC title, at least getting deep into the playoffs there. They do have some competition, as Hampton-Sydney is one of the, not few teams, but one of the teams in the ODAC that doesn't recruit a lot outside of the U.S., or especially just outside of the Mid-Atlantic. So there are some teams like Averett will have foreign players come in who are, tennis prodigies compared to what we might have here in our small recruiting pool, but you still have guys with some great talent.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see if they're able to hold their own against some of those matches. Some of the scores we see at the end of the matches last season aren't our favorite, like a 6-1 loss, 6 games to 1. But I think that we have a chance to make a good run. We can get a good record overall in either the spring or the fall, get some confidence rolling, and really drive that into ODAC playoffs.
Good. All right. Well, the tennis courts at Longwood now, they've been there for what, 2 or 3 years, I guess,
Quite a
the
bit.
new ones?
About as long as I've been here, I believe.
Yeah. So when we play on some other courts that are down below where the new courts are, but we can hear them practicing, and sometimes they practice to music.
Yes.
So we're out there, getting a good rhythm, I guess, going. But anyway.
Oh, I love
Well, do you have anything else you want to add? As far as I know, this is all exciting for you.
It is. I think one thing I want to make clear here is that it's important to go. As a fan, or if you're a college student listening to this, it's important to go and support your local teams. As those may be your classmates, or if you graduated from Longwood and Hampton-Sydney, eventually those will be your alumni brothers and sisters. And so I believe it's important to go and show support for them. It's important to go and show support for them whether they win or lose. And that to me brings me a small point on sports betting in college, right?
Ooh.
I know, very, very back and forth. But in Hampton-Sydney's case, that's a D3 game. No one's betting on that, and if you are, I don't know if that's a place you should be.
That Division 3. Yeah, okay.
And for Longwood, again, while it is D1, those are young adults. You're talking about 18 to 23-year-olds who are out there playing a game and trying to have fun in that. Yes, they're all trying to win, but at the same time, if your pocketbook doesn't benefit from an 18-year-old missing a shot or missing a play, maybe we should take a step back at that and try to just enjoy.
I didn't even know that there was, on-side betting or outside betting for that.
Absolutely.
For college.
So let's just try to enjoy the game maybe this year.
Yeah.
And support the kids, whether or not they win or lose, make the play or not, make the shot or not, because they're just there to have fun and put on a good show for the rest of us in the stands.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
Love it. Luke, love your hair. I'd like to have some of those curls. Anyway, you're going to come back, of course.
Absolutely.
And give us some updates about what's going on between Longwood and Hampton-Sydney College sports. And we hear you every Tuesday. What is it? Tuesday,
it's every
Thursday?
Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m. and at noon.
At noon. Okay. All right. Thanks. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
All right. That was Luke Rehnquist, and he is the WFLO sports reporter. He can give us all the scores and the lowdown about what's going on with Hampton-Sydney sports and with Longwood sports. So we certainly appreciate him, and he is, just a great guy. All right, it is 8:30, so we've got some business at the bottom of the hour, so we'll take care of that. I do have an update on Henry Fulcher that we'll get to after that. So we're going to welcome Noah Messarge to the microphone here. Noah.
Morning, Chris.
Yes, good morning. I guess you know Luke better than anybody here.
I know Luke.
Yeah, and he's a nice guy.
I'm sorry, what was it?
He's a nice guy.
Very nice. Very nice.
And let's see here. All right, let's get to our weather forecast. That is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, the WFLO forecast for today, it calls for lots of sunshine, warm temperatures. We'll see a high around 90 degrees. For tonight, mostly clear with a low of 68. On Saturday, lots of sunshine, but then we might see a 40% chance of an afternoon thunderstorm popping up. Look for a high of 90 degrees again. Saturday night, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 61. On Sunday, we'll expect a high of 74 degrees with a 20% chance of showers. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low of 53. Monday, we'll see a high of 76 degrees under sunshine. Monday night, mostly clear with a low of 49. And for Tuesday, sunny with a high of 76 degrees. Outside, humidity at 100%. Wind speed from the southwest at around 5 miles per hour. Our barometer at 29.97 inches. We do have a current temperature under sunshine of 65 degrees. That is your weather forecast brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County. They have branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. All right, we've got our birthdays. Perhaps then, we didn't have any birthdays yesterday.
I heard. Well, we had that one.
The one, oh, that's right. The one, what was his name? I've forgotten now. Anyway. What?
Ernest last name.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So we've got our sponsor. It was Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
All right, we've got our birthday music, and hopefully Noah Messarge has our list of folks celebrating today.
All right. Okay, Chris, how you doing? How's it going? All right, good. All right, September 5th, and we got some birthdays, so we're going to go ahead and read that now. And starting off the list, we have Pete Walters of New Canton celebrating a birthday.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday to Pete.
Also, we have Eli Simmons also celebrating, Aiden Winters, and one anniversary. It's Grayson and Lauren Duke celebrating a birthday.
Okay, very good. Today is the 5th.
That is right.
Okay, the 5th of September. All right, and tell everybody how they can get those names to us.
Sure, they can call in 434-394-0924. You can also email us at birthdays@wflo.net, or you can go on our website under the on-air mentions page and submit birthdays directly from our website.
Okay, that's wonderful. And for the right legal advice, you can visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, on Main Street in Farmville. What's the matter? Oh,
Just a little, I can't hear it. Okay.
You
I'm
can't
sorry.
hear it?
I can hear it now.
Oh, you're doing, yeah.
I think my voice is a lower register. I couldn't really hear myself in my. It was just weird. It's
okay.
throwing me off.
Did you fix it?
Yeah, I think it's working. It's working now.
All right. Update on Henry.
Yeah.
I did text Christy this morning, and she said Henry's still in hospital. He's being monitored to ensure that they catch all the medical issues before releasing him, and he needs to strengthen so that he can be released to rehab. They're monitoring to get a little bit more fluid off of him. It's harder for him to get a good breath when his feet are straight out in front of him all the time. They need to work with him to strengthen him so he can stand, because right now they can't go to rehab until he gets some of his strength back. But the doctor is just going to monitor his numbers a couple more days because of the Lasix and the effects of that on his kidneys. His stomach is pretty torn up, too, from the medicine, so they're doing blood cultures to make sure he's not brewing any other infection. So anyway, he's still, he's doing okay. Let's just put it that way, but it doesn't, it's going to be a process, I suppose. But anyway, love your prayers. He's at Lynchburg Hospital, and so if you can, we'll just keep tabs on him here for you to let you know how he is doing. All right. Let's see. 434-394-0924, the number to call for. I started to say the trading post this morning. I caught myself, though.
It happens. It's silly.
I wonder how your mindset goes. But it is a Call Flow radio show. And we do have a caller. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hello. Have y'all done the weekend birthday?
Oh, that's
Oh, my
right.
goodness. Thank
This
you
is
so
Friday.
much. That's right. I can't even. Oh, boy. We are both off today, Chris.
We
That's my
are.
bad.
Oh,
that is my
thank
bad.
you
Well,
for-
thank you so much.
Thank you for reminding us.
Okay, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. All right. Take
right.
care. Bye-bye. It is Friday.
It is
Oh,
Friday.
gosh.
I can't even believe it. I can't believe it. This week has been so long, Chris. Well, let's
Okay.
read the Saturday.
All right, for Saturday, the
we did
6th.
Friday. Let's do the 6th. That's Nicole Taylor Stone celebrating a birthday. Also, Kyle Mitchell, David Rosenthal. That's a good last name.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Taylor. Also celebrating a birthday on Saturday. And for Sunday, that is the 7th, we have Wayne Langhorn, Barbara Lee, Cassandra Johnson of Cumberland as well. Also celebrating is Billy Black of Wingina. Also Lee Simmons, Taylor Ray Lipton, Sean Francis Bowling, Sukayana. That's not...
Sukiyana?
It's okay, hear me out. Sukayyanah.
Sukiyana.
Sukiyana. We'll go with that.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if that's but like it's better than what I said.
Well,
Whatever.
she goes by Suki anyway.
Maybe. Yeah. Suki's celebrating a birthday. Suki Costello celebrating on Sunday. Also celebrating Katie W. Shorter. And one anniversary, Chris. That's Rob and Melanie Staler.
Okay.
That's
Right.
it.
That's
all I
gonna
got.
be it.
That's all I got.
All right. Apologize for that.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Exactly. Me too.
It
It's
didn't never
horrible.
cross my mind it was Friday. It didn't. I know it's the 5th, but anyway, we got that straight. Thanks so much for our caller calling us to remind us here. All right. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't even remember that. Okay, birthdays. So how about celebrity birthdays?
Sure. I know we were talking about the trading posts. That
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silly.
Well,
happens. You know.
every once in a while, the up jumps the the past. All right, birthdays. Today's famous birthdays. All right, let's do September the 5th. All right. George Lazenby. He's an actor. He turns 86 today. And he was portrayed Agent 007 in the new James Bond series on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That was the James Bond film on Her Majesty's Secret Service. And that, of course, is not the new James Bond film at all. That was back in 1968. But anyway, he is 86 years old today. He was the third actor to portray James Bond in films, preceded by Sean Connery and David Niven. Forgot that he was. Actor Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton celebrating.
Michael
Nice.
Keaton, yes. He turned 74 today. He had filmed scenes reprising his role as Bruce Wayne and Batman for a Batgirl film that was never released by Warner Brothers. How about that? That was what it wasn't. Actress Rose McGowan turns 52, and she was once engaged to rocker Marilyn Manson. Poor girl. Just kidding. Anyway, actress Carice Van Houten turns 49. She once dated actor Guy Pearce, and the pair have a son together. Actress Kat Graham turns 39 today. She recently appeared in the Lifetime TV movie If I Run. All right. Okay, Broadway actor Carol Lawrence. We all know who she is. She is 93 today. Wow. Actor Lucille Soong of Fresh Off the Boat is 90. Actor William Devane of Jesse Stone and Knots Landing is 86. Singer Al Stewart is 80 years old today. Actor-director Dennis Duggan of Big Daddy and Happy Gilmore is 79. Singer Loudon Wainwright III is 79. Saxophonist Mel Collins of King Crimson and of Kokomo is 78. Cartoonist Kathy Geiswhite, the cartoon Kathy, is 75 today. Actor Debbie Turner of The Sound of Music is 69. She must have been one of the little ones. Actor Christian Alfonso of Days of Our Lives is 62. Singer Terry Ellis of In Vogue is 62. Drummer Brad Wilk of Rage Against the Machine and of Audio Slave is 57. TV personality musician Dweezil. How do you like that name?
Yeah.
Dweezil. Zappa. Dweezil Zappa, 56 years old today. And let's see. Actor Andrew Ducote of Dave's World is 39 years old today. So that's it.
That's a good list.
Those are our celebrity birthday people for today. And let's see, our lines are open at 843-434-394-0924 is the number to call.
Well, let me ask you this, Chris.
Yes.
Got any plans for the weekend?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have plans. My glute muscle, or whatever, is healing well. So I'm going to give it a few more days and just rest it and see how it's going. I'm not going to do anything to try to re-injure it.
No heavy lifting this weekend?
No, even though I'm just itching
Yeah.
to do that, to get the rest of the books into storage. I'm going to wait. I may have some help. Camden and his girlfriend Serena might come over and help me on Sunday, so we'll see. We got rain last night.
Yeah, we did.
I got almost a half an inch of rain.
Yeah.
With those thunderstorms. My car got washed off. Yeah. And the forest got a drink of water.
That's nice.
And so that was good. That was very good.
It's always nice when you get a good patch of rain. You know, it's always. I enjoy the rain. I look forward to the rain.
Well, I know you do. That's what you've said before, and I think we all needed the rain.
Oh, yeah, it was dry.
Hopefully, those showers weren't, but so spotty. You know, everybody got a little bit of rain. In fact, Edgy looked out the window and said, "What is that?"
Ah,
She had to go out and
check it out.
Check it out, of course.
Does Idgie still bring you like dead animals that she finds?
She hasn't recently. Yeah, no. But one thing she did, and she hasn't done this in ages and ages, but she went to bed, but she got a hold one of my black flats shoes, and she hadn't done that in so long.
Wow.
But she didn't the material that she was made out of. She couldn't really gnaw a hole into it, at that time. But I just leave her alone.
Yeah.
Just leave her alone. She can growl, and while she's growling, her tail is wagging and all this stuff. So I just don't pay any attention. And, after a while, she just lets it go.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I have learned about Idgie. Yeah, the more excited you get about it, the more aggressive she gets. So I just don't pay any attention. She'll come in with a sock or something in her mouth and whine.
Yeah.
Because look, Mom, look what I've got.
Yeah.
I've got one of your socks.
Exactly.
I say, okay, you can have it.
Yeah.
And after a while, she just drops it and goes on to other mischief.
Mischief. Wow.
Yes, mischief.
Yes. No. Wow, that's crazy. My cat Jeff once grabbed a piece of bread, like a not larger than him, but like a nice chunk. Like a slice of bread that it was cut in a roll. And just grabbed it, had it in his mouth, and just like ran away. Like it's the 1940s, and he just stole some bread off the street.
Right.
He's like running into the. He's great. Animals love to cause mischief. It's like
Yes,
their
they do.
favorite thing.
It is her favorite thing.
Yeah.
And she'll whine. She'll get up on the couch and she'll whine. And she'll drop the sock onto the floor saying, come on, come on, let's play. Let's get it. Sometimes I'm in the mood. Sometimes I'm not. But anyway, she's funny. She keeps me on my toes.
Indeed.
All right. What happened on this date in 2001 is our featured event.
Okay.
For our, what on this date. Evidence provided for black hole theory. At a scientific conference in Washington, D.C., this day, 2001, scientists described an observation of energy flares that provided strong evidence of the theorized black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And guess what galaxy we're in? The Milky Way galaxy.
Whoa, Chris.
I know. Black holes are very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the more we learn about them, the better off we are,
Yeah.
I guess. 2016, American writer and political activist Phyllis Schlafly, who was best known for her opposition to the women's movement, and especially the Equal Rights Amendment, died at the age of 92. In the year 2000, Tuvalu, a group of 9 coral islands in the West Central Pacific with a population of about 10,000, became the 189th member of the United Nations. Okay. 1997, Mother Teresa, who was awarded the 1979 Nobel Peace Prize for her charitable work with the poor, especially in India, died at the age of 87 in Calcutta. 1976, the first episode of The Muppet Show, which was co-created by Jim Henson, aired, and the TV series became hugely popular, known for a cast of puppet characters that included Kermit. I'm trying to say Kermit the Frog.
Yep.
Kermit. Okay, let's get
John
in here. And Miss Piggy, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. 1975, Lynette Squeaky Frome attempted to assassinate U.S. President Gerald R. Ford. Frome, a follower of Charles Manson, was sentenced to life in prison but was released in 2009. 1972, Palestinian terrorists attacked the Olympic Village in Munich, West Germany, during the Summer Olympic Games, taking hostages and eventually killing 11 members of the Israeli team. So that happened in 72. And in 1960, American boxer Muhammad Ali, then known as Cassius Clay, won the gold medal in that 175-pound division at the 1960 Olympic Games in Rome, and then embarked on a professional career that saw him become one of the sport's most legendary competitors, Muhammad Ali. All right, let's take a caller. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning, guys and gals.
Well, good morning. How are you doing today?
No, excellent. Thank you. Thanks
Good.
for asking. Yes.
Did you get much rain last night?
Oh, no. I think no. I wouldn't say a whole lot, but I think enough just to make things wet this morning.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Feed everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So what are your plans for the weekend?
Oh, I'm not sure. I know we have a game on Sunday night, and since the season started last night, so.
Did you watch the Cowboys and the Eagles play?
So
football?
maybe a little after halftime. It's kind of getting a little too late for me.
Yeah, I left a little bit. I quit watching a little bit after halftime as well. I think the score was 20. The Dallas Cowboys 20, the Eagles 24. I believe is what it was.
Yeah, that's how it ended up.
Oh, really?
So
Interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. So it was a closer game. And then
yeah, maybe it was a
thinking,
snoozer. I don't know what we could classify it as.
Yeah. Well. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was nice.
So we'll make something. We try to make fun treats on game day.
On game day? What kind of fun treats?
I don't know. Sometimes we pick maybe a topic that the popular in that city, and we do it.
Oh.
And so I'm not sure.
Weren't you? You were like trying to make a Louisiana dish one time for like a game, right? Or am I misremembering?
No, that's quite possible. Yes, I think so. That could be
Okay.
a definite maybe.
Maybe it was for Mardi Gras, and you were making like a seasonal Mardi Gras dish or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I can picture that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I'm serious. Things seem to escape my brain quite quickly.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes.
So is the NFL? Is this still preseason? I don't know. I don't keep up.
I think it was
Chris?
the start of the regular season.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, last night was the start. There's one tonight too. I'm surprised. They're trying to jamming them on Friday nights too.
Mm.
They're playing in, I think, Brazil.
Brazil. Ooh.
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to scatter it all over the world, get others addicted to it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
Okay, well, today is
So-
National Cheese Pizza Day.
Oh.
oh man, that's the best they could do. Not cheese and pepperoni, cheese and onions.
I like.
It sounds like fun.
I like to buy a frozen pizza.
I guess it wouldn't be pre. It would just be a frozen
Just
pizza.
frozen pizza. Yeah.
Then
Thin
you-
crust.
but you do preheat the oven. So there's a pre somewhere, you know. But
My mind is just not
No,
here
no.
today. Anyway, and then I like to like a supreme pizza or
Yeah.
something like that, thin crust.
yeah,
And then I like that. Then I take it and doctor it up.
you
some.
doctor it up.
Yeah, doctor it up.
Chris,
With
that's
a little
so
more
funny.
garlic,
Yep.
a little more onion, and I like to put cherry tomatoes on top of it. And if I have
Yeah.
some spinach, I'll do that, and maybe some more ground sausage, or if I've got some sausage, I'll put that on there if I have a mind to,
Yeah.
and mushrooms,
Yeah.
and more mozzarella cheese.
Sounds good. Sounds
Man,
good.
It's just
that's
great.
loaded. One piece is a meal.
That's right. I don't eat. Yeah, I eat maybe 2 pieces at a time, and what lasts me the whole weekend.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have either of you ever been to the what's it called? Is it called the Peak of the Ozark? Peak of Otters.
The Peaks of Otter.
Yes.
Yeah, the Otter River.
Have you ever been to the accommodations there?
I never have, but I want to. Because when I was traveling to Narrows or to Blacksburg or whatever, 3 weeks ago, I guess it was, about 3 weeks, I was so tempted to take a little side trip just to go up there to the Peaks of Otter because I know it's beautiful.
Yes.
And I know they have a wonderful restaurant up there.
Oh, is it? So the one on site is a...
There's a restaurant up there.
the
You'd have
reviews?
Sunday brunch and
Okay.
all that good stuff. That's what I've heard. Now I don't know for sure because I don't remember ever being up there.
It seems like it'd be gorgeous during the leave change.
That might be a place that you might want to take your lovely wife.
Yes, I was pondering it, but then when I pressed in the time, it's like, oh, it's another 30 minutes. So,
That just takes about an hour, maybe. It's about an hour's drive.
Okay.
Not too bad.
And you get on do you think you get on the Parkway a little bit so you can see some of that too?
When I drove through there, they said the Parkway was closed, Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh.
But I don't know whether
Okay.
it was just closed for that particular
The
weekend
day
or what.
whatever. Maybe there was some road work. So fill me in again, caller. I just want to make sure. What are the requirements of your getaway with your lady friend, your woman, your wife?
It was going to be an hour or less.
Hour or less. Yeah.
Yes, a very reasonable night accommodations. And then something, it could either be a restaurant or a winery, something fairly close that would be, you could just hop over. And then,
and it has to be close. It can't be out of state.
Well, just because we were going through for one night, I didn't want to drive 3 hours.
Okay.
And then find out that it's a 6 hour. It's a 6 hour trip. You know.
Have you thought
driving
about
back.
taking just a train ride? I mean, trains are cheap and they're affordable. Why don't you I don't know. You can take a train, the Amtrak to, someplace and
Now that still involves
travel.
travel.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
part of your day. She wants to get there and
Just
maybe leave
have a
early
nice
in
night.
the morning. Well, the thing about it is, though, you have
Yeah.
to, if you're going to do that, you need to, and to make reservations.
Yep.
If you're going to leave early, you have to find out what time the check-in time is.
This is
for
true.
the-
This is true.
For the,
I mean,
for the motel or whatever.
I would say an Airbnb is also a very nice
Airbnb is good.
option because
Yeah.
those are, relatively, you can find some nice ones
Mm-hmm.
for cheap. So.
Yeah, that's a possible too. Huh. Yeah. So, have either of you been on like a one of those like overnight train trips?
No.
Whether it's Amtrak or like the the locomotive style, then you would do the murder mystery.
Oh, yeah. Is it Murder on the Oriental
Yeah,
Express or
Orient,
Orient
yeah.
Express? Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
So,
I haven't done that.
I have
Had all these plans,
my dad's cousin Joe works for Amtrak, I think, in like New York.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
And yeah, he's like, oh, the train system is so interesting, which it is. Like, I mean, taking trains, I mean, trains are such an interesting way to transport, like like commute to different places.
Yeah, we would go to Charlottesville and take the train
Yeah.
up to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Because the NAB or the VAB would have some conferences up
Yeah,
there.
and is it still, because like back in the day, you didn't even have to show your ticket to get on a train. They would just have that guy coming around being like, "Ticket, please." But they would still take you to the destination. It's not like they would turn the train around. You know what I mean? Like, is that still a thing, or do you need to show a ticket before you hop on a train? I don't know.
Well, I'm sure with all the technology and stuff like that, they have computers that will show whether or not you've,
Bought a ticket or
bought a
not?
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, better yet, you could just call her. You could just like get on the back of a train cart, and just like find one that's open. Do some hobo adventures.
like
You can
that.
make it happen. I mean, that's totally free. You just have to find a I think there's one in Crew that stops. Just get on the back of it. See where you don't even know where you're going. That's the best part.
Where we go.
It's the
And
adventure
Wouldn't
of it
that
all.
be interesting? That would be like a one of those.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like a bucket list.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
drive
There
it
you go.
myself.
Get it.
Yeah,
get it
hop
off
in a
your
box
list.
car and
Yeah, let's
go
go
with
and
your,
see what happens.
Yeah, with your knapsack.
Wouldn't that be funny? You hop on and it's a bunch of
It's free.
criminals and vagabonds and
That's right. All right. Well, listen,
Hooligans.
we could just
Okay.
go on and on about all this stuff, but we gotta stop because
okay.
time has
well,
run
thank
out.
you for your time.
Well, thank you for your call. We appreciate you. All right. Take
Yes,
care. Have a
ma'am.
wonderful weekend.
All right.
All right. Bye
Well,
bye.
how you too? Good.
All right. Yeah, that got me thinking about watching some kind of a movie or something where they're having
Hopping
on trains. All right, we got to get out of here.
All right.
Thank you so much for your calls. We thank Luke Rehnquist for coming in and giving us an update on sports. And we hope that everybody has a wonderful day today and a beautiful weekend as well. Don't forget my show from 7 to 10.